Hello everyone, I am Aparna Adhikari and welcome to my channel OLYMPIAD Tutorials. The students nowadays are facing different kind of competitive exams in which Science Olympiad is one of them. There are different subjects in the National Science Olympiad like English, Science, Math, Computer, Social Studies and GK. In all the subjects mostly there is a part that is reasoning. Reasoning is nothing but the mental capacity of the students, or you can say how they can solve the different kind of problems or the puzzle solving capacity. So in reasoning, basically, you have different kind of questions which are based on patterns, alphabet test, coding, decoding, ranking test, mirror images, geometrical shapes, different types of figures, and there are again the different questions from the day, dates and the possible combinations and permutations. In Olympiad exams, especially for the math, science and GK, you have a section which is dedicated to reasoning. So in today's class, we will start with the first chapter of reasoning, that is patterns, and we'll solve few questions from this chapter. So let's start. So this is chapter 1, patterns. Here we are going to have series of questions. First I'll give you some tips and tricks for solving the pattern related questions, and then we'll move on with the problem solving. Okay. So there are basically three types of questions which are there in the pattern reasoning solving. Okay. So in type 1 you can see how to find the missing terms or the next term in the series to continue a given series. So first of all, a series will be given in the question. So what you have to do, you have to identify the order of the series, that whether the series is in the ascending order or it is in the descending order or no. And overall, you can also implement the different operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, skip counting and reverse counting. These different methods can be alternatively used to find out that which kind of series is asked in the question. Then again you can identify the order of alphabetical series either from A to Z or Z to A. The numbering of the alphabets should start from A or it can start from Z. The series which will be formed, it can be formed even by skipping the letters. Means you have to go on skipping few letters, and then in that way, by just observing the series, you will get the missing terms or the next term in the series. The type 2 questions, which are basically the missing numbers in the pattern. To find the missing terms in a given pattern, what you have to do, you have to identify that which pattern is used based on the mathematical operations. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and skip counting along with reverse counting. These can be implemented for finding the missing numbers in the given pattern. These are the type 2 questions. And in the type 3 questions, you have a figure is given and some part of the figure is going to be missed. So how to find the missing part of the figure pattern? So you have to try to complete the figured pattern by drawing the incomplete part of that pattern. It's rather easy than the type 1 and type 2 form, because in this part, in type 3 part, what you have to do is just you have to identify, and just by observing the pattern you can figure it out that which pattern is going to follow the previous one. Okay, so let's start with some questions. So here is the first question: what are the next two numbers in the pattern below? So here you can see this is a pattern: 8, 10, 14, 20. So if you just write down the numbers 8, 10, 14, 20 and so on. So now you have to find out that which kind of series is implemented here. So if you can see, the first number is 8, and for if you want to get the second number, that is the 10. So what you have to do here, you have to just add 2 plus 2. Then again from 10 to 14, what you have to do on the number line, you have to add plus 4. Then again 14 to 20 plus 6. So here you can observe that this series is in the multiple of 2. 2 to the 4, 2 3 is a 6. So the next number which you will be getting in this series will have the multiple of 2, that is 8. The fourth multiple of 2. And the next will be the fifth multiple of 2, that is by adding 10. So here you have 20. So 20 plus 8 will give you 28, and 28 plus 10 is going to give you 38. So by observing at the 4 options, you can see that our option number C is giving us the set of numbers, that is 28 and 38. So we'll just tick on the answer number C. So in this way you have to go on finding the series. So let's move on to the next question. So here you have to find the missing number. So by observing here, what you can see, there's a number 123, 7, 51, 9 and 102. This is having one kind of series pattern, or you can say there is some kind of relation between these two numbers so that we can get the answer. So just by seeing these numbers you can find out. So if you have 123 into 7, if you multiply this, then you are going to get 7 to the 14 and 2 16, and 1 here, and 861. So what we found, if you just multiply this 7 along with 123, you are going to get 861. So let's check it for the next number, that is 51 into 7. If you do this, 7 ones are 7, 7 fives are 35. So you have 357. So what you have to just do, you have to go on multiplying. So here the last number is missing. So there are two numbers. One is on the right hand side and one is on the left hand side. So just you have to multiply it. 102 into 9. So 9 twos are 18. 1 you go for a carry. 9 zeros are 0. And this one you have to bring it down. 9 ones are 9. So what did you get? 918, which is your option number C. Quite easy. So this example is quite tricky. Just by observing at the numbers, you cannot figure out that which kind of operation is used. So suppose you have a given square. So this is one square, and just name the elements as A, B, C and D. Okay. And suppose you have this is E. So you can use the formula E is equal to A into A plus B into B plus C into C plus D into D. So you can implement this formula here. So if you see the first box, the four numbers are 2, 8, 5 and 3. So here you can just equate it with the alphabets. A you can represent it as 2. So you will get 2 into 2. In place of B you can write 8. That is 8 into 8. For C you can write 5. That is 5 into 5. And for D you have 3 into 3. Okay. If you solve this, you will get 4, 8, into 8, that is 64. 5 into 5, 25, plus 3 into 3, that is 9. And when you add all these numbers, you are going to get 102. Okay, this was for the first box. We just saw it. Now we have to do it for the last box which is there. So let me first erase this part and we'll solve it for the last box. So the missing number which is there, that is, suppose E, that is equal to 3 into 3 plus 6 into 6 plus 9 into 9 plus 5 into 5. So just multiply it. Here you have 3 3s are 9 plus 6 6 are 36 plus 9 9s are 81 plus 5 5s are 25. And when you are going to add all these numbers, you are going to get the answer as 151. This is going to be your answer, 151. So here you can see this is a figure pattern. So here the question is, how many circles will be there in pattern 10? And here you have 4 patterns, pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3 and pattern 4. This is you have to continue up to 10. Okay. So you can just write down the number of patterns here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, you need the 10th pattern. So now let's count how many number of balls are there in each pattern. So in pattern number 1, you have how many balls? 1. In pattern number 3, you have 3 balls. In pattern number 3, you have 5 balls. In fourth pattern, you have 7 balls. So you can see as you just go on increasing the pattern, what you will see, if you just go on adding plus 2 to the previous number, then you are going to get the next number. Okay. So this is the plus 2 series, you can say. So after 7, for the 5th pattern, you are going to use 9 balls. For the 6th pattern, you'll use 11 balls. For the 7th pattern, you'll use 13 balls. For 8th pattern, you'll have 15 balls. For the 9th pattern, you are going to have 17 balls. And for the 10th pattern, you are going to use 19 balls. So here you will get the answer as 19. So here by calculation we have done. So you can also draw the figures on the rough hand column or on a rough page. You can draw it and you can check it also. But that becomes a very hectic pattern. Okay, just see, if you just go on drawing the balls, it is going to take so much of time. And here just by simple calculation we have found it. Okay, so in this way you can find the pattern, whatever pattern is given. So maybe it is here they have asked for the 10th pattern, so for 20th pattern and all. In this way you can just go on repeating and you'll get the answer. Okay, here you can see what is the missing number. So here a type of diagram is given and there are different numbers sketched here. So first of all, let us just put the alphabets for each. So in a clockwise manner, if you go, we'll start with 6, which is A, then 24 is B, then the missing number is C, then D, E, F, G and H. So just by looking at the picture, what you are seeing, that suppose you have the number 42. Okay, so here you can see, if you just multiply the two numbers, that is A into G, if you follow this pattern, A into G is going to give you H. Okay, so 6 into 7 is equal to 42. Now take the next three numbers, that is G, F and E. So here you can just multiply G into E is equal to F. Is it correct? Let's check. 7 into 9 is equal to 63. So here F you have 63. And now we have to find the missing number. So here E is equal to 9 and D is 36. So 36 is which multiple of 9? That we have to just find out. So you can write down 9 into the missing number is going to give you 36. So if you see the 9's table, then the fourth multiple of 9 is going to give you 36. Similarly, here for this number 6 and 24, so 6 into some missing number is going to give you 24. So even in the sixth table, you have the fourth multiple of 6 is going to give you 24. So we have got the answer, that is 4. If you multiply the numbers with 4, then you are going to get the answer. Like 6 into 4 will give you 24 and 9 into 4 will give you 36. So here you have the answer 4. Okay. Now this is a quite simple series. Here you have the number 26, 28, 28, 30, 30, 28, 32 and 30. This is some kind of repetition series. So from the first number 26, you move on to the next number. Just skip one number and you go on adding it. Like suppose 26. Skip the second number. We'll not take this number first. We are going to get two different series here. Like 26, then the next number, that is 28. Then skip the next number and consider the next one, that is 30. Again just skip out this and you get 32. And this is the missing number which you have to find. So we'll skip this one also. This is one series which you are getting. So here you can see just by observation, you'll see that you have 26 plus 2 will give you 28. 26 plus 2 will give you 28. 28 plus 2 is going to give you 30. And 30 plus 2 will give you 32. So according to our question, the answer which we are going to get is plus 2. 32 plus 2, that is 34. This is for the first series, and now let us check for the skipping numbers which the numbers we have skipped it. Even in that series, this number fits or no. So the numbers which we have skipped, we'll just write it down here. 28, then the next number 30, then again 28, next number 30. Let's see that this series is proper or no. So here 28 to 30 you have plus 2. Again here you have 30 to 28 means minus 2. Again you have here plus 2. Okay. So this is the for the skipped numbers you have the series of plus 2 minus 2. In this way this series is going to continue. So here from the first series only we have got the answer, that is if you just go on adding plus 2 By skipping the middle numbers, you are going to get the answer, that is 34. As simple as that. Here you can see this series, even this is a quite interesting series. So here you have 4, 12, 20, 28, 36, 52, 60 and 68. So just by observing it, you are going to see, just by observing the first few multiples, you can say 4 ones are 4. Then the next number is 12. So 4 into 3, you will get 12. Next is 20. So 4 into 5 is 20. Then the next number is 4 into 7. You'll get 28. So 4 into the odd numbers, you're going to get the answer. Okay, so that series is maintained. The 4 into the odd numbers. So the next odd number here you can see 4 into 9 is equal to 36. Then the odd number after 9 is going to be 11. So 4 into 11 will give you 44. So do we have 44 in the list? Yes, we have option number A, that is 44. So let's check whether it is correct or no. We'll proceed to the next number. So after 11, the next odd number is 13. So 4 into 13, you'll get 52. So I hope this series is correct which we have followed. Again the next number 4 into 15 is equal to 60. So the answer which we are getting is absolutely correct. That is 44. So let's move on to the next question. So here you have a series again. Here you can see you have this series which is nothing but a multiple of 2 again. All these numbers here are even numbers, so they are going to be the multiples of 2. So here you can see 0 to 2, then 2 to 6. So if you just go on seeing the difference between these numbers, 0, 2, 6, 12, then the missing number, and then 30, and so on. So if you see the difference between these two numbers, you'll see here it is plus 2. Again here you have plus 4. If you move on 6 to 12, we are going to see plus 6. Means the series is in the multiples of 2. So here after plus 6, what will be? For the next number, you have to just see the fourth multiple of 2, that is plus 8. You have to just do plus 8. So 12 plus 8 is going to give you 20. So let's see 20 is there in the list or no. Yes, option number B, 20. So this is the correct answer. So again, if you just go on continue in the series, what you're going to see, plus 8 you have. So here for the next number, what you have to do, you have to just add plus 10. So 20 plus 10, 30, right? Again after 30, if you just go on moving, 12, 10 plus 2, that is 12. So 30 plus 12 is 42. That means our series which we have created is correct, and the option 20 is the missing number. Okay. This is the question about the shapes. You can see here 6, 8, 10, 12. Then here is a shape and the number within that, and then 16. So what, just by seeing this, you can say 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. These are in the multiples of 2. Okay. So 2 4s are 8. 2 10s are, just a mistake students, you have 2 5s are, okay. Here you have 2 5s are, you are going to get 2 5s are 10. Then next is 2 6 are 12. then obviously what you're going to get the next multiple, 2 sevens are 14. So here you have got the number 14. But you have to just see here properly that there are three options which are having the number 14. Okay. So this is option number A is having 14, B is having 14 and D is also having the same thing. Okay. So after just observing the diagram, you can see the number of sides are going on increasing. So here in the first picture, how many sides you have? 3 sides. Triangle has 3 sides. The next you have a square that is having 4 sides. In a pentagon you have 5 sides. And here you have a 6-sided figure hexagon. So the next figure which you will have, it is going to have 7 sides. So among these 3 options A, B and C, which figure is going to have 7 sides? This is option number A. So this figure will be the missing figure in this. So here in this question you have the pattern of the shape and even the number series also. Okay. So you have to observe quite precisely while solving this kind of examples. So here is a question. How many circles are there in pattern number 5? So 3 patterns are given. So we'll first just number it. Patterns 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 patterns we require. So in pattern number 1, you will have 4 circles. In pattern 2, you have 7 circles. In pattern 3, you have 10 circles. So just by observing here that if you just go on adding 3 from one pattern to other, you are going to get the answer. 4 plus 3 will give you 7. 7 plus 3 will give you 10. So again 10, if you just add 3, will give you the fourth pattern, that is having 13 circles, and 13 plus 3 will give you the fifth pattern of 16 circles. Okay. So the option number A, 16 is correct. So that's all for today's class. We'll meet up again in our next class. In that we'll again practice more and more questions on this pattern chapter from the reasoning part. Okay. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you'll get all the notifications as soon as I post a new video. So stay tuned. Everyone, please take care of yourself and thanks for watching.